know, COVID-19 has created a worldwide pandemic and has changed our day-to-day lives. Although our lives have been changed in our daily activities, there are still ways that we are able to easily and accessibly protect ourselves and others. So today we will be discussing how we can protect ourselves, the ways the virus is being controlled, state plans on reopening, as well as credible sources to aid in any questions that occur. For starters, we'll talk about face masks and how they're super easy to make at home to protect yourself and others when you're going out. As seen in this image, there is a bandana and just 2 rubber bands that you can use to make a face mask. But that's not all the materials you can use. You can use t-shirts, pillowcases, cloth, anything that is around the house that you're not using right now can be turned into a mask. Another way that you are able to protect yourself and others is by using the curbside contact-free delivery methods. With this, you are not subjecting yourself to a mass amount of the public, and you won't be spreading the virus, and then the same for the other people that are shopping going to you. On the CDC guidelines website, it gives you a few things that you can look through when you're preparing to leave your house. For one, it tells you how the virus itself even spreads, and this is from person to person and their bodily fluids. As shown here, it states a few of the guidelines that they say. One is to constantly wash your hands before you eat, and especially before you touch your eyes, nose, or mouth. Another way that you are able to protect yourself is by staying 6 feet apart from others when you're going out. To constantly be checking your own health. With this, if you are checking your health daily, then you know if you're sick and if you cannot go out to the public, or if you're fine and you're okay to go out to the public without giving any viruses a spread. Another way that we're able to control the virus is by not doing a panic buy of food or equipment. When we do this, there is a decrease in the equipment and food, and then the crucial healthcare workers don't end up getting what they need in order to help us when we're sick. So we're also able to give back to this relief. And with stated here, I have given 2 links to where you can donate. Sometimes it's hard to get out there, especially during a pandemic, and actually go out and help. So just a few donations from these credible websites will do just fine. You're also able to donate masks. As we said before, it's super easy to make your own mask, and there's a high demand in the hospitals for the masks now that the public and healthcare workers are needing to use them. So that is a great way to help the healthcare workers. You can also help the homeless. Right now they're at a decrease in food because people aren't going out. So just by donating food, cans, any home goods for them is a great help. As for reopening Texas, which everyone wants to know about, there is a plan and it happens in phases. So the office of the Texas governor states that the governor's strike force is to open Texas will safely and strategically restart and revitalize all aspects of Lone Star State, which includes work, school, entertainment, and culture. And this strike force is actually a group of people that got together to ensure that when we open Texas, it's safely and effectively. On this website, which is given below, there is also a checklist. On this checklist, there is new and there is revised. So new would include amusement parks, fine art presentations, outdoor events, but there's also revised. And with revised, it's going back on their guidelines that may have been changed. So some may have been at 75% occupancy, but it had to go back down to 50, or it's required to wear a face mask. These are very critical when going out because you know what you need to be prepared for when going to these businesses or buildings. If you're still not comfortable with leaving your house because of the virus, there are other ways to protect yourself. One way you can protect yourself is by looking at this tracker. So with the tracker, the COVID-19 dashboard by the Center of System Science and Engineering at Johns Hopkins University gives a live and active map for us to track where the coronavirus is, as well as give general information. Here we can see the map, and we can see that the red is where all the coronavirus cases are. This is really helpful because if you are planning on traveling, you can tell where the hotspots are, or you can even just see if your town is in a hotspot, which would prevent you from going out and getting sick because there's so many cases in that area. So today we went over how to protect yourself and others, ways that you're able to contribute to the relief, as well as credible sources to check for the reopening on the state. Thank you again for your participation, consideration, and doing your part for the community.